Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Obscure and Dead with a brand new guest host who has never been on the channel before. This is Chandler. Chandler, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Chandler, also known as Scarecrow Joe. I do music reviews and little quick dives on bands on TikTok. I used to collaborate with the Two Broke Goths. This is their old studio that I'm in right now. They're now on hiatus. Still check out some of their content here and there. But that's pretty much it for me. I also run a local event group, Gateway Goth Events, which is kind of a sister organization to Obscure Undead.
Yeah, Chandler and I go way back, but I haven't had him on here yet. But we are going to be reviewing a debut album for you folks from a kind of dark post-punk, glam goth, little death rock supergroup known as Nyx Division out of Portland, Oregon, although they're really from everywhere. Chandler, you want to give us a little background history on this band?
Quite literally from everywhere. This supergroup has members from Cruz de Navajas, Darius Craig, Over, Trance to the Moon, Adrenochrome, and a whole bunch of other bands. They are literally from all over the place, from Mexico, from Texas. We have people that were, check my notes real quick, Idaho, a lot on the west, but they're from all over the place. The lineup is Alex Rivas, Cole Tucker, Mason, and Domino Monet, also known as Monet Allery.
Yeah, so all of these bands, you have a lot of influences. So you have death rock influences, post-punk influences, metal influences. There's another one in there that's one of the dreamier genres.
Shoegaze, dream pop.
Shoegaze. Yeah, so
Monet.
A lot of those influences too shine through on this album. It is Dark Star. It was released on March 3rd, and I do believe that they recently released their CD through Batcave Productions, which is awesome. We love Batcave Productions, but it is 6 tracks, and it does have a little bit of a demo feel. And I only say that because so much music now is produced in a music studio to the notes that everything is perfect. But you can really hear just the fact that this music is made by humans. So you still have some of that gritty, raw sound, and they describe themselves as Twisted Sisters of Mercy, which I can't decide, is it Twisted Sisters and Sisters of Mercy combined into one? Because that would be awesome. Or is it Twisted, adjective, Sisters of Mercy? I mean, either way, I think it's an apt description.
I don't know, because they also describe themselves as Goth Van Halen, so...
Yeah, I saw that. Because you can definitely hear like a glam metal influence in their music. Like, I swear to gosh, like when I first started listening to Reckless Dark, I was listening to it and I was thinking, these vocals kind of remind me of Stevie Nicks, and this guitar work kind of reminds me of Flock of Seagulls, and these drums kind of remind me of, like, in the way that they're synthesizing with everything else in the sound, like, glam metal. And it was a really interesting experience listening to it because I couldn't peg it down at first.
Yeah, you definitely got a lot of different sounds all at once, and that's something that I really, really enjoy in bands. There's a local band here called the Cold Sounds that they just have a lot of different influences, and you can hear it all in their music. And I feel like whenever you have a band that can do that, you're really getting to the essence of what music is supposed to be.
Yeah, so it kind of keeps you engaged throughout, which is pretty great because it's 6 tracks condensed into 20 minutes. So it moves pretty quick. But the track right in the middle of the album, Orchid Rain, is probably the track that, if you've heard this band, this is the track you've heard. It was released as one of their singles and has gotten, a lot of play, at least in my, a lot of the DJs that I follow. But
I played it.
Yeah, you did on your DJ debut. But it has this glam metal goth, like if Andrew Eldritch decided that he wanted to make a glam metal band, with a driving bass, really great, strong drums, and vocals to die for. And I thought it was interesting just in the lyrics throughout this entire album how much they referenced flowers.
Very artful. They mentioned that a lot of the music that they play has love themes, and I mean, love is often compared to a flower. You water it, it withers. If you don't, it withers, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, I can kind of see the comparison. So, yeah, pop up a lot. I did notice that.
Yeah, and another thing I liked in the lyrics of this song is, I can't remember them exactly, but if the lyrics are said from the perspective of the individual singing the song, you have femme vocals referring to themselves in the lyrics as a man, unless they're speaking about a man talking to them. But I liked the ambiguity there. Mm-hmm. Just from the perspective of a little bit of gender confusion, I dig it. But throughout the album, I feel like the guitar work isn't something that I would usually go for, but it's more of like the grittier side of glam metal, which I have to admit, I do enjoy some glam metal, even though I'm not a fan of the genre overall. But you don't have like the screeching guitars. It's more like a grittier kind of guitar sound. And I remember reading an interview with them saying that if they didn't figure out this sound, they were thinking about something that was like, early era Ministry that they wanted to do for their band sound.
Yeah, I believe that's what I read as well.
Yeah, so I think that even that idea, like just that grittiness, like really, really pulls through. So what was your favorite track on this album?
Undoubtedly Orchid Rain. That's why I made it into my set list. But I enjoyed Reckless Dark too.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Reckless Dark. That's the track that has the opener that kind of reminds me of I Ran by Flock of Seagulls with the tone and echo on the guitar. And I also really enjoyed the last track, Dark Star, which I don't know what this album is. I don't know what the song specifically is about, but I kind of do wonder if this track kind of ties into how the band got their name, which was named after one of Pluto's moons, Nyx, which is also a Greek goddess who's the I think goddess of the night, daughter of chaos. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if there's a link there, but that's my new headcanon.
We can assume so.
Yeah. But I'd say that this album is definitely for folks who like that kind of dark punk and like grittier sound that's coming out of West Coast US. So for fans of bands like Ötzi or S's or Nox Novacula, like if you like those bands, you will really, really like this album. It is a very strong debut, which is unsurprising from what is essentially a supergroup who have all been in what I consider at least successful bands. I know we're not talking, on the level of, Sisters of Mercy successful, but I don't think that's possible in the current industry. I'm talking about like successful in my heart.
It's an achievement for the crowd that they are shooting for. Us, the darker subculture, the people that enjoy the darker sides of music. I would say that it's a very exciting group. I look forward to seeing where they're going, and I think that with this EP, they've established a very strong foundation to build from. If not a little bit of an intimidating one, maybe just a little bit. I mean, it's pretty good. Hope you can live up to the next one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to definitely like hearing more material from them. I hope they decide to tour eventually, but listen to the album. Tell us what you think. I know that we have quite a few of you folks watching who are really into this kind of sound, so I strongly recommend it. And I was turned on to this band by a Facebook friend, Czar, who has done nothing but rave. And this is why raving as a fan about bands is just, if you love a band, go give them love. And go check out them. Let us know what you thought. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
this